Hey guys, this is Lon with Single Track Skills. I'm at the Big Boulder at the intersection of Jekyll and Hyde and Room Service and Centipede at Oak Mountain State Park. I just now checked off this feature. I probably haven't ridden it in almost 3 years, or 2 or 3 years, and it was so intimidating to ride it again. I, thank God, checked it off. Been thinking about it for over a year. I want to give you some tips on how to ride this thing. Well, not just this thing, but anything that you're intimidated by, especially when you're coming back from injury. See, this could be catastrophic if I came in. So the way I'm riding this is I'm starting up here and I'm riding down into this gully, up onto it, and then off the back side of it. Well, you can imagine if I get to the top and I stall and I fall backwards, that's like falling out of off of an 7 or 8 foot ladder. And I certainly don't want to do that and land on my back and hurt my back or my head, get a concussion or anything like that. So I didn't pull the trigger on this anytime soon. And I want to give you quickly some progression tips. So one of the first things I did is I didn't even consider doing it until I really wanted to do it, right? And then when I really wanted to do it, I actually did a roll in on this side over here, and I rolled up onto the rock on an easy, what I would call a beginner line, just to get my brain back into the focus of what it feels like to come onto this. The next thing I did is, yes, I did put some cheater rocks down here because, 7-8 years ago when we first started riding this, there wasn't any erosion from the rain that had washed the dirt down. Now it's probably washed down at least 6 inches. So I added these rocks right here to stabilize it, and when I came up on it, the next thing that I did was I started doing a lot of run-ins. So I would round the corner up here on my regular cross-country ride, rehabbing my back, and I would just run into it so that I wouldn't run up on it, but just run into the dirt and then bypass it. So I kept getting my brain used to staying off the brakes coming into it and being fully committed. Because again, the worst thing you can do is come into something like this and touch your brakes and end up decreasing your speed to the point to where you get up on the top of it and then you fall backwards. That's like my worst nightmare. So psychologically, I did a whole bunch of run-ins just to make sure that I wouldn't touch my brakes, right? And so that's the next thing I did. And I did this over the course of months because I'm not in a hurry. I'm not like a professional rider that gets paid to do stuff like this. So that's one thing that I did. The next thing I did was I chose a ride when I was feeling really good. I was warmed up. I was feeling really good. My wife doesn't have to have me back at a certain time. I wanted to do it right before she had surgery, but that would have been a mistake because if I would have gotten hurt, I wouldn't be able to take care of her. But her surgery's over. She's doing great. And right now, if something happened, God forbid, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So that's another thing that I did. Next thing I did was I turned off my music because I normally listen to music when I'm riding solo by myself. I guess that's redundant, huh? I turned off the music so I could focus. I did a couple more run-ins. And I actually I didn't do 2 run-ins. I did this easy side a lot faster. I did that, and then I did just 1 run-in on the hard side. And what I've found is if you do too many run-ins, then you're probably not ready. If you're so nervous about it that you're having to do multiple run-ins, at least for me, I can't speak for everyone, then you're probably not ready for the feature. So I made up my mind I would do one full pull on the easy side at higher speed, and then once I felt good with that, I'd come back, I'd walk into it and look at it, and then I would do 1 run in, and then after that I was going to go back over there, say a quick prayer, and be committed. And the mantra that I had in my head, there were several things that I could think about in my head to ensure that I pulled this off. And you can't think of everything at once. So one thing was don't touch the brakes. The other is give it 1/2 pedal stroke right there. The other thing was look where you want to go, which was right up here in this crack. Now, if I got offline and hit that face, I would have been fine with enough speed, but I was looking at the crack. And so I was thinking, just get yourself to there, just propel yourself up to there. And then if you can't make it, at least you can get your feet and tripod up there at the top and not fall backwards. And let me see, what was the last thing? The last thing that I was thinking in terms of my mantra was pump. So I'm gonna pump down this, this heel here into the impression, and the pumping action makes me commit to getting to the top and being light on the face of where it's going up. Because as you can see, it's pretty steep coming up. It doesn't look it, but you know, at the angle I'm coming up, it's pretty steep. All right, so those were the things that I was thinking about. But you can't think about every one of those things at once. You have to pick one thing, because that's the way the human brain works, at least my brain. So you know what my one word was that would incorporate all those things I needed to do? Don't touch the brakes. One pedal stroke. Look to the top. Commit to the top. Pump through it. The one word that I could think of after I said my prayer was committed. Commit. So when I got up there, I did one pedal stroke and I just said commit. And it worked out fine. It was super easy. The bike definitely helps. It's a full suspension bike. The fact that it's an e-bike doesn't make any difference. I've hit it on all sorts of different bikes. I've hit it on hardtails. I've hit it on all sorts of different bikes. The e-bike doesn't make any difference. But it is a good bike. It's got great geometry. It's a Santa Cruz Bullet that I got from Cabo Cycles. And so that makes a huge difference as well. The next thing I'll do is I'll ride with somebody and have them get a better video of it so that you can see what we're talking about. You know, once you get up on it, you got to be careful that you don't come off of this high side over here. You want to roll down where we put these rocks. You don't want to end up getting offline and falling over here by this tree. Now we have hucked it off of there. It's a really harsh landing. I didn't want to do that. My back wouldn't like that. But yeah, hit me up if you have any questions, and I'll try to give you some advice.